Hi everybody, Marco Carbajo here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video we are going to talk about a no PG business credit card that reports to Dun & Bradstreet and doesn't show up on your personal credit, and they do only a soft pull on your personal credit to qualify. So this is the video for you if you're looking for a no PG business credit card, also known as no personal guarantor. So let's get started. All right, so first and foremost, this is a business Visa or Mastercard. Why do I say Visa or Mastercard? Because currently the bank is issuing it under the Mastercard payment system. So they may switch down the road to Visa, so that's why you're getting right now, they're issuing a business credit card with the Mastercard logo. Down the road, they may switch to Visa, so that's why it's Visa/Mastercard. But with this particular business credit card, you can get up to a $10,000 credit limit initially, but it can go up to a $100,000 credit limit. I'm going to explain to that in a minute. So this is really exciting. This is no personal guarantee business credit card. This is a soft pull only on your Experian FICO. Okay, soft pull. So it's not a hard inquiry, doesn't hurt your credit score, doesn't show up on your personal credit report, no personal guarantee, so there's no liability, no recourse to you as a business owner. This is a true business credit card. It's revolving. You can use it to make purchases anywhere Mastercard is accepted for your business. Now, to qualify, gets even better. 301 to 800 credit scores are approved. Now, you're probably thinking, how is that possible? An unsecured business credit card with no personal guarantee and a 301 credit score. So I'm going to share with you the qualifications, though, to get this particular card. And now you don't have to do millions of dollars in volume or anything like that, or revenues, or be a 5-year-old company, nothing like that. So this gets really exciting for you. Now, this reports to Dun & Bradstreet, so this will also help you build up your Dun & Bradstreet business credit report. So this is a positive trade line that's going to report. It's a revolving credit card, no personal guarantee, doesn't show up on your personal credit. There's no annual fee you have to pay for this business credit card. And the annual APR is going to range from 9.9% to 19.9%. And that APR is dependent on your credit score. So if you have 400, 500 credit score, you're obviously going to probably get a 19.9% rate. Whereas if you have an 800 credit score, you'll probably get a much lower annual APR on this credit card, like a 9.9. Okay, so you can increase your business credit card limit up to $100,000, and that's based on one major data point, which I'm going to get into in the next slide. Now, before I get into explaining what this no PG business credit card is, I want you to know this is an update to not too long ago. I talked about a score-based line of credit. This is the same card issuer, but they've changed their qualifications. So this is an updated video as well. So in that video where we talked about this product, this is the updated version of it because there's new qualifications, and I'm going to share with you what that qualification is. So the approval requirements to get a no PG business credit card with up to a $10,000 credit limit, this is for you, for businesses that can receive payments by credit card. Okay, so what that means is if you have customers paying you by credit card, or you have clients or other companies paying you by credit card, that's a requirement. So if other companies or customers pay you via credit card, or you can receive payments through credit card, that's the #1 requirement. Okay, #2, you must have a minimum Experian FICO score of 301 plus. So let's say you have a 650, 700, 800, great. That means you're going to start off with a higher credit limit than someone with a 301 credit score. This also requires a new merchant account to be set up. Okay, it's a $99.97 setup fee. It requires a new merchant account. So for those of you, let's say you already have a merchant account, you do business with Chase Bank and they have a merchant account, you're accepting credit card payments already. And let's say you're accepting $5,000, $10,000 a month in credit card payments from your customers. Well, you will have to set up a new merchant account. Now, the good news for you is this merchant account will match your existing fees or lower the fees that you're paying already if you already have a merchant account. Well, let's say you're doing business, let's say you use PayPal or you use Square or any of those other third-party apps. Those aren't merchant accounts, okay? But if you're already accepting payments through those particular apps, you'll need to get a merchant account here, and you'll have to move over your volume, your payments that you're getting from Square, from one of those other companies, into this merchant account that you will now have under your company name. It's all about volume, processing volume, how many customers are paying. That's revenue, okay? So that's a requirement. That's a deal breaker. If you have to get a new merchant account set up with this provider, that's their requirement, and there's a $99.97 setup fee. Now you're probably wondering, if I get a merchant account, how can I accept payments online? Can I accept payments on the phone? Can I accept payments with a card swipe, like on my mobile phone? The answer is yes to all those. So whatever way you're accepting credit card payments right now from your customers, you could get it from your own merchant account here, but it's required for you to have a new one. Now here's the kicker to get the no PG business credit card. Your first 3 months of having your merchant account, or any 3-month time period, you have to process $1,000 a month in credit card payments from customers before they issue you your business credit card. Okay, so they want to see volume, they want to see revenue. So $1,000 a month in volume, that's processing volume going through your merchant account, is required before they issue you your no PG business credit card. Okay, so that's very low requirement. Think about this. That's only doing $12,000 a year in annual revenues as a business. So is this for a startup? I would say no, because if you don't have anyone paying you, you don't have customers, you can't do that kind of volume, then you're not going to be able to get a no PG business credit card. We can get you set up with a merchant account, and once you hit $1,000 a month in volume for 3 months in a row, then you can get your no PG business credit card. Okay, but just so you know, they will not issue you your business credit card until you're at least doing $1,000 a month in revenue through your merchant account. Okay, once you accomplish that, and you could do that your first 3 months. Okay, or let's say you're already doing $5,000, $10,000 a month in volume or $20,000 a month in revenues with your existing merchant account, and now you have a new one, you move it over here, you're already going to beat that. And more importantly, your credit approvals can be much higher than just on your soft pull score. Okay, so we'll get into that in a minute. Now, all entity types are accepted. So whether you do a DBA, sole proprietorship, LLC, corporation, they'll accept any one. Now, like I said, if you already have a merchant account, they match or beat your pricing. So you're not going to spend more than what you're already paying right now with your current merchant provider. If you're using a third party like PayPal or Square, your fees are going to be much better having your own merchant account. They charge much higher fees when you're using third-party apps like that, okay? But like I said, no exceptions. You have to set up a new merchant account, okay? So let's get into what is a merchant account real quick. It just gives you the ability as a business owner to accept Visa and MasterCard payments from customers. Okay, so I like to say this is more, no PG business credit card is more ideal for businesses that you already got customers. You already have people paying you, you have revenues coming in. That's where you could get this type of business credit card. It allows you to accept payments on the phone, the internet, and in person. I kind of already said that. So there are some restricted industries for this no PG business credit card / merchant account. Adult, if you're in an adult industry, gaming industry, or marijuana industry, you can't get the no PG business credit card with that. Okay, so these are the 3 restricted industries for this particular product. Let's talk about credit limit projections. Now, if you do the minimum of $1,000 a month, so this is how it's going to work. You first sign the DocuSign application. You pay the $99.97 setup fee. They set you up with your merchant account. Okay, now you can accept credit card payments from your customers. Okay, when you process $1,000 a month for 3 months, then they're going to do the soft pull on your personal credit. Okay, on your Experian report to get you your no PG business credit card. This is the credit limits you can expect if you're only doing the $1,000 minimum a month. Okay, so if you have, let's say, a 680 credit score, you're going to start off with a $1,300 credit limit on this no PG business credit card. Okay, but let's say you're already doing volume, and let's say you're doing $5,000 a month in processing volume. Okay, your first 3 months of having your merchant account, because you already had volume going through another merchant account, you moved it over here. Well, your credit limit could be much higher. Let's say you only had a 300 credit score, but you're doing $5,000 a month in volume. Well, you're not going to get a $200 credit limit for your no PG business credit card because you're doing a good amount of volume, 5,000 a month. So they're going to look at that data as well, not just your credit score. Okay, so that's how you can increase your credit limit higher and higher, and that's why I'm going to talk to you how you can go up to 100,000 in credit limits for your business credit card, your no PG card. But this just gives you a chart so you can have an idea of what you can expect. But remember this, folks. If you already have a merchant account, you're accepting PayPal or Square, etc., do they give you a business credit card? Is it no personal guarantee? Does it help you build your business credit? So if you're already processing payments with another merchant account or let's say a third-party app, but you're not getting any type of line of credit with it or any funding, this is the difference. You're going to be able to do the same thing you're doing over there, but also get a business credit card for your business with no personal guarantee that'll also help you build your business credit, and your credit limit grows as your business grows. Okay, so it's kind of you have to look at that. You have to weigh in the benefits of that. Okay, so let's talk about approval examples. We had a client that their score was 760, and they wanted to go through our traditional business credit card funding program. So click on this video up here if you want to know about business credit card funding. But we couldn't get them a projection for business credit cards with our funding program because their credit was too thin. They had a lot of authorized user accounts, really no depth and no primary accounts. But what happened is they got set up with a merchant account, processed volume, and they met the requirements. We got them a $7,500, and this is after 3 months, $7,500 no PG business credit card. Okay, so where they got turned down for business credit card funding, they were able to get a no PG business credit card because they already had revenues. They had volume going through as a business. So that's where you could get it gets really exciting for you as a business owner because you can even take advantage of both. So what I mean by that is, let's say this particular client, 760 score, and we could get him business credit card funding. Let's say we gave him a $50,000 projection for business credit cards, reports only to the business credit bureaus. So they go through our funding program, we get them 4 business credit cards, okay? And let's say that owner at the same time had a good amount of volume going through, and they also wanted to do this no PG business credit card program. They could do this at the same time because this is only a soft pull. It's not a hard pull. Our other program is a hard pull, okay? But it reports to only business. So in essence, you can actually do both if you qualify, all right? So we also had client number 2 who was denied for our business credit card funding program. Their score was at 810, but they had way too many accounts, had 12 other business credit cards, and they were all recently opened accounts. But so we couldn't get them more credit there, but they went through this program. They obviously already had existing business. They had revenue going through. They set up the new merchant account, had volume going through, met the requirements, 10,000 no PG business credit card. Why did they get that? Because they had an 810 credit score. So after 3 months, they got the no PG credit card at 10,000. Okay, another client, score was 697. They had only 1 open credit card, very limited depth. Couldn't get them business credit card funding, but through here they got a $3,500 no PG business credit card. So do you see the benefits of this? Is that if you don't have enough depth, but you have a good business, you have customers paying you, you have volume going through, this is a great program to get set up with your own merchant account and qualify for a no PG business credit card and help you build business credit. Okay, and here's a small example of a client, 550 credit score. They came through us, get their merchant account set up. They met the 1,000 per month in volume. They got a $300 no PG business credit card, but their business is fairly new. They're not doing too much revenue. But again, this is a way for them to get their foot in the door. It's a stepping stone so as their business grows, their credit limit will grow as well. Okay. Here's another really exciting thing about this particular program. You could get your credit limit increased every 3 months. Every 3 months. So after let's say when you get your merchant account set up, that's number 1. Then you're processing. You're accepting credit card payments from customers. Or you transitioned from your existing merchant account over to your now new one. Once you meet that 1,000 per month minimum requirement, you've got your new business credit card. It's open. Okay. Now, let's say you started out with a $3,000 approval credit limit on your new no PG business credit card. Well, every 3 months you can increase that that initial credit limit up to 100,000 based on your volume. So if the more customers that are paying you through your merchant account, so that's kind of where this whole no PG business credit card operates. It looks at that credit card processing volume. That's the data that they're weighing in to determine how high of a credit limit you're going to get. Initially, they look at your credit score to get you started, but from that point forward, then it's all determined on your volume of business. So if you're a business owner and you're doing $1 million or more in revenues a year, you definitely could get up to $100,000 credit limit on one no PG business credit card. Okay, so let me give you an example. We had a client who started out with initial credit limit of $500, credit score 620, but had a very nice revenue-based business. A lot of revenues coming in. They started processing $300,000 a month in volume because they were already doing that with their other merchant account. Okay, they just set up a new merchant account here. I don't know if it was the same pricing. We beat their pricing, but they moved it over, and guess what? They ended up getting a $75,000 credit limit now on their business credit card. Okay, with no PG, reports to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so if you're processing right now and you're accepting payments from customers, whether it's $5,000, $10,000 a month, or whatever, in that merchant account or that bank that you're processing credit cards to, or PayPal or Square, and you're not getting a financial benefit like a credit product that's tied to that, this is a way for you to leverage the business you're already doing and get additional credit for your company. Okay, so this is what you're going to need to apply. You're going to need your articles of incorporation or your DBA or business license. That's number one. You have to have those docs. Driver's license or other ID. You're going to need a voided business check or a bank statement or a bank letter. Okay. And the next thing you need is your EIN letter, SS4, or your tax return, or your letter 147C. Okay, you need these documents. This is mandatory. Now, how does the application process work? First, you're going to go to, we're going to give you the link here on the next slide. You're going to complete the DocuSign application. It's all done online. You fill out the form. You're going to upload your documents securely. There's information to put so we can process your $99.97 payment to set up your merchant account. Okay. So what happens is when you submit your documents, you're going to get an email notification that it's now in processing. You'll get a welcome call from your processor in about, I'd say, 24 to 48 hours. I tell people wait a couple days before they call you. But from that point, the process is fairly quick. Once your merchant account is set up, you get a payment gateway, whatever things you need to transition, or whatever. If you have an existing merchant account, you'll send in your statement so they can beat the pricing and show you the comparables, or they give you better pricing. So everything's done for you, and then they set up your merchant account, and then once you start processing $1,000 a month for 3 months in a row, then they apply for your no PG business credit card. It's issued to you, it's sent to you. And then you got your business credit card available to you, okay, that you can start using. So that's pretty much the process, step by step. Now, how you apply, you're going to go firstbusinessline.com. Oh, one thing I want to point out too is there's the one-time setup fee of $99.97, but there's a $9.97 monthly fee, and that's so you're PCI compliant. That's your monthly maintenance fee for your merchant account. So that is one little expense you have to pay to have your merchant account. So to get started, you go to firstbusinessline.com. That's going to take you right to the secure DocuSign agreement. You complete the DocuSign form and upload the required documents. You do need to upload the required documents. If you don't, we can't get you started in processing. So we're just going to reach out to you and say, we're missing this, we're missing this. We can't start until you submit those documents that I just talked about. After submitting the form, you get an email confirmation. The entire processing time to get your whole merchant account set up, get you the equipment that you need, or if you need to just do it online, or you need a virtual or you need an actual terminal to run credit card payments, it takes you about 10 to 14 days. Once that's done, then the clock starts. $1,000 a month minimum processing in credit card payments from customers, and then they apply for your no PG business credit card. Okay, so firstbusinessline.com, that's where you're going to go to. If this is a product that you want, it's very, very powerful. We also have our step-by-step business credit building system at businesscreditbuilders.org. That's where we have other ways for you to build your business credit, other ways for you to get access to credit from vendors, suppliers, retailers, corporate charge cards, gas cards, etc. But check out also other funding programs, Business Credit Builders with an S.org. Click the subscribe button. That way where you're notified every time we have an update, a new product, a new strategy to build business credit, protect your personal credit, and maximizing your fundability. And give us a thumbs up. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.